ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Where's My Sage. As you tune in this evening, I'm
Oh,
Mike from Tactical Bigfoot Research, and with my wonderful co-hosts, Kristie and London, medium and
hello.
master. How are you this evening, Kristie, and how are things going?
Oh, I'm here.
We're
Everything's
here.
good. So yeah, how about you? You're the one who really we need to keep an eye on you, I think, the
You
most.
know, if I take these little short junks while I'm still doing this recovery, we'll go through.
Good.
Um,
Good, good.
I sit, I get up, I do a show. Try not to watch our guest in the back room.
Sorry, I
So,
can't. Sorry, you guys can't see what we see.
hello, Carrie. So as
This is
folks are
going to be
tuning in
interesting.
tonight, we have a special show tonight.
Oh yeah.
We're of course coming to you from our general locations of Where's My Sage and from
Oh my God.
Tactical Bigfoot Research, Kristie London, medium and reaching master page. I can't talk. We'll bring him on in a second. You guys, when you find out, you'll see what I'm dealing with.
What the hell, man?
WLFE-db radio,
Okay.
and our YouTube channel tonight. Where's My Sage? And tonight, folks, we're bringing in some of the rest of the family from WLFE-db radio tonight. And be prepared. If there are children present,
yeah.
this would be the night to
the
show
ticker.
how to do earmuffs.
Yeah, no, the ticker that Mike usually has to use, when
This
Kristie gets a
one,
little free with her language. That's that one. It usually, I'm surprised it doesn't say, please excuse Kristie's explicit language. But tonight that's probably going to run a little bit more than normal. So
and the views of our guests are not always those of the team of Where's My Sage.
Exactly. But we support each other. Yes. No, this is going to be good because this is a new, like he said, it's our new radio family, and WLFE is growing, and we're really excited to be a part of it. I can't do it. And the guy who helps to run the studio and run this whole awesome operation, not yet.
Yeah.
Is
hiding behind his green screen
background. But no, so we thought that this would be fun. It is a little last minute. So, there are new shows being added more regularly. So we will definitely do something like this again, but it's so hard. We're all over the US. We're all in different areas. We all come from different backgrounds, and our shows are all, different. And so we just thought it'd be fun because we don't know everybody else, and don't necessarily know all about their shows either. So this would be a fun time for us to learn about the rest of our family and the other hosts of the shows, and for them to get to know us a little bit. So I can't.
So the other, if we just get a couple other little business notes out, and we're going to bring our first guest in here. And eventually it will end up like the Brady Bunch, and it will be the Brady Bunch. So, like I said,
this
if you haven't gone to the bathroom yet, go now and get your popcorn because it's going to get fun.
I mean, and hopefully there's a handful. He's going to kill you.
Yeah, I know.
There's a handful of people, of our cohorts, we'll say, who have let us know they're going to come on. They're going to come on at different times, 8:30, 9, something like that. So, and we're hoping there are a few more at least that will pop on that weren't able to confirm with us. But like I said, we will definitely do this again. But there are some really cool shows on this network. A lot of diversity, which I think is amazing. And well, hey, that's what our show is all about, right? Let's bring them all on and we'll see what we got. Oh, hi, everybody.
Hello, Steve.
What's up, Steve? Oh, hello,
Fireball.
hello. A fireball. I like that.
I'm going to play a quick commercial, just kind of give you guys a quick idea of who's coming to join us tonight. And the other big thing is I've been spending the last couple of days between moving from bed to couch while I'm recovering here, working on our YouTube channel and working on our Spreaker. So there are some time, if you guys, are not watching us live or watching the YouTube videos or the Facebook videos, you can find us on your favorite podcast thing. Go ahead and download. Stuff's there. The shows are labeled. So the reading shows are on there. Our guest shows are on there. The YouTube stuff, I've gone through and tried to link the topics together, and I'm still working. If you've got suggestions for content for us, please throw us a message at our Facebook page. Where's My Sage? And, join us up. Here's a quick commercial from our family at WLFE-db Radio, just to kind of see who's coming on tonight, and then we will start with our first guest, Teddy, there. So hang on to your hats, and here comes the first one quick.
Hey everybody, this is Ted from Talk with Teddy and WLFE-db Radio Network. Let's talk about this network for a second. It's very unique, and it has different shows with different topics that you won't hear anywhere else. First, let's say our shows cover a wide range of topics. Paranormal to horror, skeptical to believers, and all types of variety shows. You won't be disappointed. In fact, we found, not by the limitations of audio, that we have added video casting as well. Do yourself a favor and check out a show or two. The full schedule is lined up on WLFE-dbradio.com. In fact, there are past shows as well that you can check out. So remember, WLFE-dbradio.com. Now here's a few of the podcast hosts that also carry the WLFE-db Radio brand and shows. Our shows can be heard on Spreaker, Deezer, iHeart, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and more. So check out WLFE-db.com.
WLFE-db Radio.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and of course he ran away from us again.
I was just saying, where the hell did he go?
Hey, Gina.
Well, you did say take a quick. Hi, Dad. Wait, Dad. Look, my dad's here. My dad's been feeling a little better. This is great. Look, I invested in a cup today with a straw. No bottle. See that? So great.
Hello, Brian. Again, Al, the other quick thing next week. Yes. If you have a paranormal experience or a cryptid experience and like to join us live as a guest, please throw us a message at where's my at gmail.com, and I'll send a link out later, or Kristie will send a link out later to be part of our team. So, Teddy, you almost ready down there? He's in our green room getting ready to get himself ready. And for your dad, there's lots of messages. Hello.
All right.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Now, now
right.
He's ready.
Now we'll bring him in.
Now he's ready. This is good.
All right.
All right.
So our guest this evening, Kristie, I will let you do the introductions of our fine Teddy here.
So like Mike said, hold on to your hats, people, because this is going to be one hell of a ride. So this is Mr. Ted Van Son Jr., the wolf.
Oof.
Teddy, he's got his hand in many pots because you're a busy guy. You don't sleep. You don't really eat much.
What's that?
You don't really.
What's
you
that?
don't do much
Sleep?
of anything except for work.
Sleep?
Work.
What?
I know, right?
What is sleep? Sleep.
I'm telling you.
I knew that once. Once.
So you are the host of Paratalk Radio.
Yeah, Paratalk
right?
Radio. Yeah.
With Cindy Thompson, Psychic Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
You are also the host of Talk with Teddy, which that show was born the COVID.
Yeah,
right?
It was
born
started
from COVID.
just. Yep, it was one of those things of being stranded in a house, and it's like, okay, I am bored. I am like literally bored. Not like I didn't have
Yeah.
anything to do. I mean, I was running the network as it was, but it was.
Right.
I like it. Occasional, nice. I just because I practice not
got my
swearing
back.
today, occasional
Yeah.
explicit language. So I won't say anything dirty. It'll all be clean.
Yeah.
Sure.
How many years now?
I'm being a good boy. Do you see what I'm drinking? Something new I found.
Oof.
Whiskey.
I'm not a beer drinker. I'm sure
It's not a
great.
beer. It's not a beer. It's whiskey,
What?
honey, and lemonade.
Okay.
Really?
I'm gonna
Okay.
switch to my
Okay,
water.
that I could try. I know.
Water.
The first bite
See,
got me
Mike's
though.
a tequila guy. I'm the rum girl. But
Cool.
whiskey,
So-
wow, I could get into trouble with that.
What's up? What's up, guys? What's up?
So
Well, you tell us, man. You've got a whole lot of things going on here.
Oh, I know.
You're running the network. You have your own shows. You got a
I-
lot going on in your personal life.
Yeah,
I mean, holy
and-
crap, you don't ever
And
stop.
I'm still going. Today I just added 2 more shows. In fact, today I actually got the new show. It's called Unfiltered with Bryce. Actually got him up and running. He's already got 3 episodes in already on the network.
Wow.
And he's he's a genius when it comes to conversation. Basically, he's just a regular Joe, a regular kind of guy, but he talks about everything from sports to music to whatever. I mean, he's
Wow, that's cool.
He's just amazing. So, actually, our team for WLFE with the voiceover team, we now have 3 people working for us doing voiceovers, which I want to say
Good.
a special thank you to. One of them is Melanie Roshauer from Naked and Afraid. She's now doing voiceovers for WLFE-db
Melanie.
Radio. We
Right.
also have Jenna Grover, who has been doing them for us right from the beginning. We have her. She's kind of the staple that we have right now. And
Great.
our newest voiceover is a male, and his name is Red Utley. He is formerly from the YouTube series Hillbillies in the Holler. He's no longer with him. He's now a free agent, and he is now a member of WLFE, not just voiceover. He has a show actually coming to WLFE also. All hillbilly stuff.
That's great.
Hillbilly and moonshine.
can you explain the concept behind? Because I know it's you and Jay that came up with WLFE, and
Yes.
as everybody starts coming in, just to kind of give us some history about the channel.
Yeah.
The locations that we can find the shows, and then I know.
Hey, wait, before we go
start-
any further, too, I have something to say. No.
Dun-dun-dun. Where the hell's my voice thing?
Here's my mute button.
Uh-huh.
So, please
this is-
like and share, and make sure you share this on all of your pages. Please pass this on. Make sure everybody gets to see this. We really appreciate it, especially tonight, because we want everyone to be exposed to the different shows and to hear about everything that we're involved in, and behave yourself a little bit. We got to get them in here first, okay? Help me out here. Work with me.
You said it, not me. I didn't say nothing.
And just remember,
So that's
here's where I
it.
got for
Please like and share us. Please get this out there.
I'm being the good one.
Okay,
Yeah.
carry on. Oh, yeah,
Well-
right. Give it time.
Well, all right. So basically, the whole thought behind this came like a year and a half ago. Parent Talk Radio was just about 3 years old, somewhere in there. And John, who I've known for like 30-something years, he used to actually run sound for me when I was touring with the band. And any place that we needed huge sound, we hired John, and John came and done it. So basically, he said to me one day at his shop, said, I really love your show. He goes, I want to start my own radio network, and I want you to be the limelight of that network. And I'm like, okay, shut up. Whatever. So next thing I know, he's filling out the paperwork and getting the call letters and the licensing for it, and says, here you go. And I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, I bought it, you run it.
No big deal.
Okay. No big deal. It's
Totally
like,
every day.
I don't know what I'm doing. And he just said, well, just imagine what you do for Paratalk Radio and then expand it to other shows. So, pretty much like with you guys, I just said, hey, I got a network, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to join me? And so we went from, the network started out with 3 or 4 shows, and we just turned the page now, and we're up to 12. We will have 13 within the next month. It looks like on an average I'm getting between 1 and 2 a month right now. So, but we carried on WLFE for 4 shows for a long time, actually.
Long time, yeah.
And then
That's awesome. So
then Cindy wanted her own show, so she got a show. Ted did his, like the third person. I did mine for Talk with Teddy because of the COVID thing. And I really, to be totally honest with you about Talk with Teddy, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I wasn't sure whether I was going to keep it or dump it because I was doing it every night of the week. And then I knocked it down to 4 days. Then I knocked it down to 2 days. And then I was talking with people from Nashville, like starving artists that were on the street playing, to people that had albums but couldn't, it was just that whole COVID thing was kicking everybody in the butt so much that they couldn't get their music out. So then I ended up getting magicians, comedians. Now we're taking on serious topics. Like tonight, it's all about anxiety, depression.
I saw that.
Which is going to be a serious... I've had one other serious show, and it did actually well, and it was the one I was worried about. And I figured, you know what? We'll do it, and if it doesn't go over, then we won't ever do it again. Because you guys know me. I'm not a very serious kind of interviewer, And but I did well, I should say. So we did gay monogamous relationships, and the whole deal of why is this so difficult, and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. It turned out to be a very, very, very good show, which I was really, I didn't think it was going to go anywhere.
Really?
But then I ended up off of one show. We did a Godzilla show talking about Godzilla as in like well, if you look behind me, I mean, collectors like me, and we ended up doing 3 episodes of Godzilla and talking. In fact, we got one more coming, which is when the new Godzilla movie comes out in 2021. So there's a lot of hype about that, and I don't know. See, I'm rambling. There's a lot of stuff that I do and a lot of things I got my toes into.
And Godzilla just got a citizenship, I think. I saw in the news yesterday or something.
Yeah. Godzilla's a citizen.
Everywhere.
A citizen. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
He's actually a world citizen, I believe.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
So
Wow.
the network can be found on Facebook.
Well,
on
it can be
YouTube.
found on Facebook. Wait a minute. This is cool. Because Facebook, Facebook was like the number 1 social media for a long time.
Right.
Well, it's not anymore. Instagram has actually beat Facebook out at this moment in time. So Instagram has become number 1, and Facebook's like running really close right under its butt. So, yes, you can find WLFE on Facebook. That's where the majority of our product goes. Whether you're Where's My Sage, or Talk with Teddy, or just Cindy, or whatever, the majority of it's found on WLFE-db radio. So if they go to facebook.com/ I love it, Carrie. Yay! Godzilla. What did I say? Facebook.com/ WLFE-db radio. That's our main Facebook page, and that's where every show is actually shown at some time. Okay, depends on if they go live or they add it later or it's shared or whatever. But we're also on Instagram. We're also on Twitter. We're also on Pinterest. We're also on LinkedIn. I even started a TikTok for it.
You did?
But
Oh my God.
I haven't done anything with it. But yes, what am I supposed to do with a TikTok? I'm not WLFE. I'm just like Talk with Teddy, so I'm supposed to sit there and jam the songs and do this hand stuff. And no.
You would probably do very well. You would probably do very, very well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But so WLFE is everywhere. In fact, our main page where we're trying to get everybody to go to is that facebook.com/WLFE-db radio. But not to put off that our actual home is WLFE-db.com. Now, folks, if you go over there and you check that out, you're going to see there were some changes if you've been there before. In fact, today, there's been 3 or 4 different changes. We've actually started putting up everybody's individual intros as their profile. So everybody gets to see this intro, video intro of each of them. I just started working on them this morning. I think I got 3 done. But that's why I said I got a new one for you guys as well. So I've got stuff that can be put out there, and it links to everybody. And if they go to the page, they go there, they see your bio. Which, Kristie, you were going to read that and make it bigger, better, more?
I was. I know. I got distracted. I left I'm like keeping my head above water right now, dude.
Hello,
it's about all I can do. So.
Well, when you need a life raft, I'll throw it. Life with donut. I know. Or whatever they call those things.
You do it. You do that without anyone ever asking. And you guys, if you have an idea for a show, if you have a show and you want to find somewhere to go with that show, call Teddy, talk to Teddy, because honestly, he does so much. We have to give you props. Everyone needs to understand that you do so much. Like, we didn't even know you did the new one for us, and you just told us tonight. He does so much for every single show. And like he said, the shows, we're acquiring more and more shows. The network is starting to really grow. Mm-hmm. And we're on so many platforms now. It's amazing.
We just added a new platform.
We did. I know.
Amazon Music.
There you go. Amazon Music.
300,000 listeners.
Yes. So, I mean, and Ted's the backbone. Ted really is coming through, and he does so much work for all of us.
Oh,
just because he wants our shows to be successful, and just because he wants the network to be successful. And he's always, you're always, on the message going, come on, you guys, let's do this. Let's support each other. So that motivated us to try to say, okay, what can we do to help everybody else, or at least to try. And here we are. So thank you for all that you do.
I appreciate it, because not every show does that. And I understand why. And,
Absolutely.
I look at it as, even if you can't play like the video you guys did with all the shows, I have actually created today a new one, which is just I think it's a 19-second video of just WLFE and our sign logos and all that stuff. That's it. So they don't have to promote any other show, but just that. And that helps draw people to the network. And that's the main goal of them.
Right.
I don't make any money out of this, folks. I make absolutely nothing. Most of these podcasts don't make anything. Most of it is because we love doing it, and I believe that shows like yours and like Paratalk Radio, originally it was set up so that we could kind of educate people in what we do or what we're doing, as in what's out there. So that, we can broaden people's minds a little bit, because let's face it, look at where the world is today, and just before this crap started, everybody was very narrow-minded. So, now it's more like, hey guys, come on, let's open our eyes. It's like I always end my show with, while you're taking care of yourself, take care of your neighbors, because that's important too. It's just, there's just so much like negative and bad juju that, we've kind of got to do our part to make sure it's good stuff, and education is a good thing.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, you look at all the different shows in just even ours, Mike and I, what we do, on our own and what we brought together, we don't necessarily disagree with each other, but there are people who don't agree with certain things. And we forget that it's okay to not agree or not like something, but it doesn't mean we have to not like each other. It just means you have respect for the other and you find your way from that point on. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And this world is just coming to a point where everyone thinks it has to be their way or no way. Right. and that's just not how it is. And that's why everything is going to shit. Bless you. Is that his new way of saying, he muted after the fact?
I tried to stop everything and I couldn't do it. I was using the touchscreen because it was like the mouse was over here. Like, ah! So, wow.
Oh my gosh.
There is a link in the chats where you can the link to the network. And I'll end up putting it up on the YouTube a little later as well. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Okay, Kenny's popping in here in a second, but we do have a quick question here.
We'll bring him on in just a minute.
From Mike.
I'm good. So I mean, I have nothing going on, so I can stick around. I can be here and whatever.
Did you ever interview Ted Neely from Jesus Christ Superstar? Correct, if I got that right.
No.
We have a link. I think that's what she's aiming at.
Wow.
Okay.
And this world does need a little bit of a
hey, that's why we're here, man.
Yep. We are here to get everybody stumped. So our next guest that we'll bring in and that's going to pull videos and everything, isn't it? We don't want to do that.
So this is
you've
Mr.
got the
Kenny
bios.
Biddle. What's that?
Hello.
Hi, Kenny.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank
Kenny
you.
is a creator and host of the Skeptical Help Bar, and he is the coolest, cutest. Sorry, it's cute. Your border on your
my border, yes.
It's the peanuts. I love it.
Damn right.
So very creative, very cute. What's it?
Oh, hang on.
So, what I do want to ask before we move on to Kenny is, Teddy, tell us a little bit about doing the show with Cindy, the Paratalk Radio.
Okay. Paratalk Radio. Paratalk Radio is 4.5 years of talking about everything from paranormal to monsters to horror to UFOs to whatever. I mean, we've interviewed so many different types of people, and it's just that it's fun. It sometimes there's things in there that we can learn, and then there's other things that you kind of just go, okay, whatever. But I mean, it's I enjoy talking with people, except for Kenny. But it's usually a good time.
Okay, get that explicit language thing up here.
Oh, my fingers are on it.
Oh, you didn't put it up already? I should have.
There it is.
Oh no, it's been running. It's been running. It's been running.
We were waiting for you.
Yep, I know you do. I know you do.
So, but Paratalk Radio is the show that got this whole thing started.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Paratalk Radio is the whole reason that WLFE is even here. And the WLFE was kind of, the call letters itself is basically because John's last name is Wolf. So it's J Wolf, so it's like, well, it's John Winters, but Wolf is the name. So so he just said, hey, can you find something for Wolf? And the only thing that I could find that was available at the time for call letters was WLFE-db. So he bought it. He says, yep, that's our call letters. So that's how it happened.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And how in the world did you and Cindy find each other, your co-hosts?
Oh, Cindy's the second coming. I actually started out 4 years ago with a young lady called Rebecca Bruno. Very young, has dreams that come true a lot. And so I said, hey, are you busy? She said, no. I go, you want to do a show with me? And she said, yeah. And then she was with me for like a year. And then after that went off on her own. And then I had random co-hosts for 3 months or something. And then Cindy and I did a couple investigations together. She's been part of GVPI for a while. And I just said, hey, what are you doing? She goes, nothing. I go, I got a job for you. And then boom, here we go.
There it is.
Yep. Oops, there it is.
Pretty cool.
And for those that don't follow and are paranormal people, I mean, Teddy's been doing paranormal investigation for what, over 30 years?
35 years.
And, you know, I've been out with him on paranormal investigations, some minor Bigfoot stuff.
Yeah, but he was clean shaven back then.
Yeah, well, tomorrow I think it's all coming off. But your show covers so many different topics, and I've been live with the studio with you, and you know, if you get a chance on Monday nights, man, get over there. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna make you laugh.
Yeah.
That's probably the most of what we do is we make people laugh. I mean, it's Cindy is the one that just kind of. You know, there's certain people that come into your life that you can't hold down, and she's one of those. You just can't, you know.
Yep. So, why? Oh, you muted yourself.
Yeah, he did.
I was going to say, I didn't mute him.
It looks like he's got a bow tie on his shirt.
I do.
Yeah.
He's doing a Mickey Mouse
so,
thing, I think.
One more plug for Teddy here. One more thing I want to talk about because I think it's very important. Rochester Parafest.
Rochester Winter Parafest. That is actually on hold right now, to be honest with you.
I know. I figured.
Because we don't know what's going on with this whole COVID thing, and I won't have an answer for till the end of September, which doesn't give me a lot of time, because normally I like to have at least, 4 months of good advertising and stuff. But if we still go ahead with it, by the end of September, I'll start cranking things out and get people out there. Hopefully you guys will come down and be our radio crew again. It's just all the people from Naked and Afraid are on board, except for Trent. Trent's the only one right now that we're worried about. But Jeremy's making it this year. Mel's making it, of course, and so is Chance. So we've got a good crowd coming. And Kenny Biddle, we really want him there, but we never know with him. He's so flighty sometimes with stuff. So
we got to keep that border in Pennsylvania locked down, I guess.
Screw that. You guys are more infected than we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, Kenny, look what I found. Kenny, look.
Oh, nice.
It's mixed. It's honey, whiskey, and lemonade.
Wow.
You
Thank you combo because I couldn't read the can.
Yeah, whatever. Well, you don't want to know how much one can is, though, here in New York.
You guys have that extra tax, though, right?
This is New York. Everything is taxed.
$4 a can. $4.
That's why I'm not moving to New York.
So Teddy, though, tell us what you do this for. What's Rochester Parafest for?
Rochester Winter Parafest is basically done for charity. Last year, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Veterans Outreach?
Yes, Veterans Outreach last year. And it will be again this year if everything goes through.
Great.
We have built a relationship with them, and then as I see it right now, is we're going to continue working with them. I don't see why we should go anywhere else. They're very good people. They work hard for their community, especially for the vets, and what I see that they do just kind of inspired me to say, okay, well, this is a relationship we need. And so basically the money that comes through the door, the money that we collect for like all the raffles and stuff like that goes directly to them. We don't keep it. So which is usually really, really a good thing, so.
Yeah, it's really, the time and energy and effort you put into that as well, on top of everything else you do, is really amazing. Well, and I had only heard about it myself a couple of years ago.
You know why I can do this though? It's because I'm single, and people don't understand is that I make myself busy by filling the voids. So instead of me being bored and because I do have anxiety and depression. So basically, I take on all this extra stuff to stop me from thinking. To stop me from worrying about that other stuff. So,
and look at all the good you're doing.
Yeah. I try.
And we're being kind of serious now, but I'm telling you guys that Ted can make you laugh.
Yeah.
He can get you out there to cry. He can get on, watch his show. It's the two of them together, him and Cindy. It's eye-opening.
Did you see that look? I saw that look on his face. If we could have just taken a snapshot of that one look on Mike's face,
yeah.
that would have been great. That would have been awesome.
Kristie and I were with another network before we switched, and we knew when we switched to come over, it's the family atmosphere. Well, it's the camaraderie. Family atmosphere, quote unquote.
Wow.
Again, explicit language occasionally.
There was nothing wrong with the other network. We have nothing against it. There was nothing wrong with it. Just natural way of things, the way things just worked out for us. This is just kind of where we landed. And so, get
my mouth all the way out there.
I think it's more personal here too. Like you said, it's got that family feel to it, to where
it is.
We all get along great. We all know that we can bounce back and forth, and we can, plus the fact is too is I think, like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I always put myself out there to you guys, so it's like,
well, you will anyway.
What do you need?
Yeah.
But
why you're gonna horse today?
But it's but on a serious note, it's one of those things where I put things out there all the time so that if somebody needs a helping hand with something, I'm able to help, and I try to be there. Where in some other networks, there's just too many shows and there's just too much going on where they can't give you that personal touch. We're here, I like doing it,
Yeah, I think Teddy took care of that.
That's one of the things I like about you, Ted. I mean, even though we go back and forth, we have a lot of fun talking. We have a lot of fun discussing topics and arguing and making fun of each other. But every single time I've reached out to ask a question, you were right there. Not a problem. Like within seconds or at the most, maybe 5 minutes, you got back to me. So that's why I like hanging out.
What the hell? Usually it takes like 10 or 15 to get back to me.
Well, I'm cute as you are. You also like, my side.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Better.
All right. There is a quick question there, Tom from Tom's World. Don't forget to watch Talk with Teddy as well. Except when Tom's on there. He's a mess.
Tom Dude is on there.
I realized Tom snuck in from YouTube instead of Facebook tonight.
Nice, Tom. Nice, Tom.
And for those that caught the show the other night, Tom actually put some stuff up there regards validation for Kristie. So if you want to go back, look in the comments there. You'd done a reading for him prior, and he had heard some music. So I kind of got distracted by our guest from the other night. So actually, if you guys get a chance to watch the other night, we had a young lady on. It was with us for Sunday night. And
oh, my God. That little girl?
Yeah. Her abilities are amazing.
She was so cute. I was like, look at that. And she's trying to pay attention. Her mom kept talking to her. And she kept... I would have turned around and went, Mom, shush.
So for the show, we had a little private chat box where we can talk amongst the guests and stuff like that and questions. And she was answering before Kristie was. So if I seem really distracted, guys, it's because Audrey had her question. Audrey was answering way before, and I'm like, Kristie, and I'm like looking at both, and I'm like, I'm missing people's questions. I'm like, this young lady in her teens is pulling stuff faster than the rest of us.
So how
she's not even.
How old is she?
She's not even. She's like 11.
Yeah,
she's only like 11.
And she's that talented.
She's young.
11, huh?
Yeah, she's good.
She's young.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, don't let me. You got to get on to Kenny here, and I'll sit here. And
they don't have to. I'm good listening to you.
Okay.
I talk enough. So it's nice to just listen to other people.
So
awesome. So, Mr. Kenny, take it away, Michael.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm not going to pick on him.
He always tells me I talk too much. Mike says I talk too much, so we're going to let him, start you off here.
So, Kenny, explain your show.
Explain my show. Well, let's see. I drink and answer paranormal related questions from a skeptical and scientific point of view. So that's basically what it is. It's a 2-hour Q&A. Once in a while we have a theme that I usually think of like an hour before the show. Once in a great while, we have a guest. And that's just because most of the guests that I have on are so busy that it's hard to get them, especially on a Friday night. I mean, that's a pain in the ass because it's like, all right, hey, 9 p.m. my time. What are you doing Friday? And they're all like going out, having a life,
right.
something like that. Or actually, most of the people that I interact with are working on projects themselves. So it's very hard to get somebody free for that. But I mean, normally it's just a Q&A session. I'm a skeptic. There's no secret there. I write for Skeptical Inquirer magazine as a columnist. I also do 2 blogs. I do a video channel on YouTube. I do the podcast and stuff. And it's not a cynical view. I just want to make that clear. It's a skeptical view. I ask a lot of questions. I also talk with my hands, even though I'm not Italian. So I ask a lot of questions.
You do very well.
Screw you, Ted. I see that. I take on a lot of questions, mostly about like photography, and I do span like ghosts and Bigfoot, UFOs, any kind of paranormal thing. I don't have 100% answers, but we take a closer look at it and we discuss it. And once in a while, I get people to come on because if they, you know how in text when they're putting comments or questions in the comments, sometimes it's hard to understand what they're trying to say or what they're trying to ask. So if they have a webcam, I invite them on, and they can come on and just spur the moment, and we can talk more in depth about their question. And I also look up a lot of stuff. I have the main screen in front of me here that I'm talking to you guys with, and I have a screen on either side where I have different information up. And if they ask a question and I'm not familiar with it, one, I'm not worried about saying I don't know, because I'm not one of those know-it-alls. Obviously, when you talk to me long enough, you know I don't know everything. But I do look up and familiarize myself with it. And like I'll put it up on screen, I'll share the screen, and like me and the viewers, we all learn about it together, and we look at it, and it's great. Like we looked at a ghost hunting device Friday night that I wasn't familiar with. I knew about it, but I wasn't familiar with that specific version. So we looked it up, and as we're going through the website, I'm picking out stuff, but also the viewers are picking up little details and pointing it out. Hey, look, I saw that. It says like entertainment only, or it says no refunds, you know, stuff like that. So it's nice to have that interaction. And I don't try to be a dick, to put it bluntly. I don't know how explicit your show is. I'm sorry if
Tonight we can be whatever we want to be tonight. I have a little tag here that exclusive language. The views are not always those of the Where's My Sage team, but I mean, kind of, you and I have been into some Bigfoot things together. You know,
we might want to change that to pretty much all the time I'm going to curse.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best not to.
Listen, just say it. He has it for me, because even if I'm not reading and delivering a message with a swear word in it, I have a filthy mouth at times, and that's just the way it is. He has to cover your butts.
He knows how loud I can get.
I mean, normal conversation, yeah. I mean, I try to keep it, you know, on the level and PG, but sometimes if I get worked up about a topic, or usually by the end of my show, when we're like an hour and a half in, I'm feeling pretty good, because I mean, it's a Skeptical Help bar, so I encourage everyone to drink. It's Friday night, we all should be drinking. That's one of the first things that we get into when the show starts. It's like, all right, where are you from and what are you drinking tonight? And everybody tells me, so it's really cool. But yeah, by the end, I have rules for my show, 3 rules, and there's a mysterious hidden 4th rule. That is basically, when I start slurring, you guys are supposed to tell me so we can end the show. Because I don't want to be here like 5 hours later still broadcasting like So
you just got blown in, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. And
she totally called you right out.
Yeah. People know I can swear. I'm just trying to.
I know, bro.
You know?
Oh yeah.
What,
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's basically my show. It's live. Like you guys, this is live, and it's more to promote conversation between people with different beliefs, backgrounds, attitudes. I try to keep it nice. If somebody gets out of line and like starts being mean, I have no problem calling them out, because that's not what this is about. It's about talking. Let's have a conversation.
Right.
If you don't like what I have to say, you can definitely scroll past. You don't have to keep watching. I'm not going to get hurt about it. But I'm here to basically, my goal, even though I'm the skeptic guy, and I usually get like, you're just out to debunk everything. That's not my purpose. My purpose is more to improve the quality of everyone's work.
Right.
That's it.
I said that to Mike a lot. What the hell, man? Did I not just tell you that this is what's going on? And
this is what's going on.
Yeah,
this is it. And
blah, 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 blah.
when I give information, I can cite sources. I can back up what I say, because I can give you the literature that backs it up. I can go to either the studies, or the experiments, or the over 1,000 books I have, not only just behind me and Leia, but all around the room. I have a ton of books.
Oh, look at that room.
And this isn't even half of what I have. So I haven't read all the books. Don't let me don't make it look like, oh man.
At least you're honest about it.
I've read at least a chapter in every single book that's here. And I usually buy the book. If there's information that I need in the book, I buy it, so I have it, and then I can reference it, and I keep it on the shelf. So there, see, I do talk a lot. I talk a lot.
Liz isn't going to be able to join us.
What's it? Oh, that's okay, Liz. We'll miss you. So, Teddy, what show is theirs? Because we're not familiar with everybody. Liz is
theirs is Roots Bleed Red. That's
sorry, Kenny.
It's okay. Oh no, don't worry about it. I'm good.
Roots Bleed Red. What is their show about? And then we'll definitely come back to you because we got you right here. Give her a little props while she's in the chat room.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's Roots Bleed Red. Her show particularly is a variety show. And we call it a no limit variety show. Pretty much, I can read you what their thing says. It says, collectively, we love the macabre, the occult, have interest in Satanism and the Norse pantheon, and enjoy learning about serial killers and what makes them tick. We cook together, we garden together, and also listen to awesome, brutal music together. We decided to name our show Roots Bleed Red because of a dear friend of ours, Mother de la Morte from Sickle Bunny Death Cult, when we were having a conversation about a tree that when cut down, it looks like it's bleeding. And given that we have spoken so much about plants and other various macabre subjects, we thought it would be cool to name our show as such. The thing is no matter what, I mean, their show is it's very different. It sounds dark, and there are some dark attributes about it, but their show is, they're very good people. They love to laugh. They're very, very knowledgeable on a lot of things. Frank is a Godzilla guru, so him and I hit it off because of the Godzilla stuff, and they're just really good people. And this Psycho Bunny Death Cult thing that they have is basically where all these talented people from all walks of life come together and display their talent, like artists, like drawing, painting, music,
creativity,
and all that stuff. So and it's
awesome.
Great. So. But they do a lot of research, and they cook and talk about, like, they'll be cooking food and talking about Viking lore, and it's really cool.
That's so neat. Now, Mike, you can get into that part of things, especially the cooking history.
Yeah. And I wanted to bring up about the Satanists, they said the satanic cult stuff. Kenny actually did a show about a satanic guy not too long ago. It was actually a really good show. That's
I have a friend, JD Sword, is a member of the Satanic Temple, I believe. I hope I'm getting that right. But he came on the show once for his his own show where we talked about it. We went through. It was more of a Q&A for anyone that was interested, because it's usually like a taboo kind of subject. Like
Right.
people are like, "Holy shit! You're a member of the Satanic Temple. You must be evil. You must be you sacrifice babies and have orgies and stuff like that." But I mean, from my own research, I know that's not true. And
Right.
it was like, all right, if I tell people, they're just listening to some skeptic that did the research, and maybe it'd be better for them to hear it from someone that's actually a member.
Right.
And JD is a very well-informed, educated man, and he was able to answer most of the questions. He was really careful, though. He's not a spokesperson for them.
Right.
He is just a member, and he was given his interpretation. And we talked about some things. He was actually on the show Saturday night. I did more of an impromptu show because I had something else scheduled, but that fell through. So I decided to do a 3-hour live show while I was already drunk, which is always fun to do. And we actually had a long conversation that JD came on for, and we talked about the Satanic Bible and how it's actually how people have this misperception about it because, one, because of the name, and two, because they've never read the frickin' book. And that's something I don't like. I don't like when people argue about things when they really don't know what they're arguing about.
Don't you love it when, like, a word, like, you look at a word and automatically you have a preconceived idea of what that word means,
right?
Even though you have no clue what it actually means or what it points to, and that's one of those topics. It's kind of like we were talking about WLFE and like why people come to the show, why do we have these shows, and so on and so forth. Where else are you going to find a 3-hour drunk man show? I mean, WLFE, we're the only... I've been putting it out there. You will never find any other show like this on the air anywhere. And it's absolutely correct. You will never find a show with a 3-hour show with a drunk man talking about
Satanic.
anything.
It's an interesting subject. And again, it goes back to...
It is.
Like you said, Ted,
Wow.
I mean, it's people have preconceived notions and opinions, uninformed opinions, and that bugs the. I'm trying to keep it PG. That bugs
That's
the.
all right. Really? That's what you're worried about?
Go for it tonight.
Like, I mean, seriously, if you want to argue a subject, do your due diligence, do your research, understand the topic, or at least try to understand the topic before you throw your voice into the ring. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Seriously, because it's like stuff like this, and it's just see, here I go, I'm on a roll now. It's a simple book. It's a book. That's it. If you want to argue about it, if you don't want anything to do with it, that's fine. That's your choice. That's fine. But if you're going to argue about it, at least read it. And that's what I did years ago. I decided, hey, I'm going to figure out what this is about, because I was raised Catholic. I got mine too.
I just click on
I feel
mine.
left out now. What the heck?
I was raised Catholic.
Right, that's it.
So from the beginning, like from early
want
age,
one.
I thought, like, this is bad. Like you can't associate with them. They're bad.
Mm-hmm.
All this is bad, and I never knew why. And I can't stand that.
Well, it was kind of like, and I'm sorry to interrupt with you guys' thing, but
I'm used to you interrupting me.
Yeah, I know.
You're
But
not
it's kind of
sorry.
like it's kind of
We're
like
here.
when I was younger, when the whole thing with the religion. I mean, we're talking probably 45 years ago to when I really understood, because I'm 53. We'll be 54 in January. It's like I had no idea that the word pagan was a bad name back then, and people didn't understand the word pagan. Mike said a bad word. I love it. But anyways, but the word pagan was bad, and me being a kid, I didn't know that, so I was getting ridiculed for using the word, and so it's one of those things, like, from 45 years ago, you think about it, that's a long time ago,
Right.
It really is,
Right.
but, and I do want to make a little thing. This whole thing started with Kenny, with Talk with Teddy. He started coming on my show, and I kept seeing this sign that said, "I love this show. I love this show." And it was Kenny. So, and so we just started every once in a while. He was like a regular for like a week, and he just kept holding up signs. You were a regular, weren't you?
Yeah,
Like
for a while, yeah. Yeah, and then
But we had a blast. I mean, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly running around. This is like, even though we're talking, and once in a while when you guys start talking, having a conversation that I'm not actually part of, and I'm looking away, it's actually because I'm working on different stuff at the same time.
Same way.
Well, what the hell?
Constantly, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just like I'm constantly working on stories.
Men don't multitask that well. Come on now, really?
Actually, that's not true. That's
my
true.
life. My life is multitasking.
Kidding you. Well, most men don't. I know there are some that do.
But isn't that a statistic?
Really pick you right now.
Where's that? I might have to change this. The views are not the same with the Sage team.
You know what? Where's
But
John? Where's John when I need her?
I believe you hit onto something, Kristie, because I believe there was a statistic that said that men were not good multitaskers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, come on. With the amount of guys that I know that multitask, that's got to be a lie.
Well, I mean, when you really get to the science of it, nobody can multitask. You can't do multiple tasks at the same time. You switch in between them. And that's what you do. You switch your focus. You can't actually focus on multiple items at the same time. But we go, what are you bobbing your head for?
Okay, Kenny.
Here comes the skeptic.
All right.
Don't they say, my daughter's the psychology major, but in my 42 years of experience, I have always heard or was told that, men, the way your brains are wired, tend to compartmentalize things more than anything. It's just how you're wired. And women, our brains are wired differently to be able to do this. So
I would check with your daughter.
Shut up, Michael. I don't know. My daughter's at work. Otherwise, I'd pull her in here and she'd be like, what the hell?
What is that? We can tapping your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. Come on, Kristie.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
All right.
No.
What is this devolved into?
So we've got a couple of questions from the audience.
Not even gonna go there. We get a couple of drinks and yet another show, and then maybe we'll go there.
Yeah, but I've seen Kenny sober, ready to rock and roll, take out some pretty good Bigfoot people,
It's getting really hot
and
here
make
now.
them look at some things. So,
Hi, Flash.
so there was a question, and I gotta find it again. You guys watched any of the paranormal caught on tape or whatever?
Paranormal caught on tape or caught on camera.
Oh, I like that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paranormal caught on
you guys-
camera.
I mean, I hate it. I'm trying to find it again.
Yeah, it was by
Kenny's cringing. He's like,
But I guess they had one up on a unicorn.
He's cringing or pooping.
When
One
you
of the two.
see that, and I'm like, I haven't seen it. I don't really watch it. Yeah, it's paranormal caught.
yeah.
Is it that Makey Hostra?
There it is. Yep, there we go.
Oh, that's Micah. That's it. Yeah,
Oh,
Micah.
Micah.
She
Micah.
watches us. Yeah, she's
Okay.
from the Netherlands. She stays up late to watch us.
It's
Yes.
like 4 in the morning to watch it. It's crazy.
Well, she can stay up to watch Talk with Teddy after this show.
You don't need to sleep, do you?
So you guys do catch it once in a while. And
I
then-
can't stand that show. I watched the first one because I was asked to do. There's a website called Adventures in Poor Taste, which is it mixes comics and science, which is really, really cool. I mean, they really get into some of the articles get into the science behind comic book heroes and villains, and it's really, really cool. It's really well done. But I was asked by them to do a review of the first episode, which I did. And I cringed the entire time because most of the videos that they had shown were already thoroughly debunked, thoroughly explained, and it just killed me watching it. Like, this is a waste of time. I've seen bits and pieces of the show since then, and it's usually, honestly, I mean, the show could literally be 5 minutes long. That's all it really needs to be, because basically they're stealing videos off of YouTube and they're replaying them on a network show with commercials. So they're getting paid to play YouTube videos, which are usually explained pretty well, but they draw it out. They draw it out so bad. It's painful.
It
I
is.
can only take like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, no, screw this. I'm done.
Better to watch the Osbournes.
I'd rather watch the fake fire on my TV, the fake fireplace. Just sit there and just stare.
I love that.
I got something. Here
good.
because I've watched both of those shows. In fact, I've been taping the Osbourne ones, and both those shows. I like it because Ozzy's always telling his wife, it's like, what are you smoking, and and stuff like that. But
like, what's he not smoking?
Probably the word that he says the most is, well, that's just freaky, or that's just weird, man. That's just weird. But to go back to what Kenny was saying, I watched like the first episode of that, and I felt the same way Kenny did. In fact, when the Osbournes one came out, I watched the first one of theirs too, and they're playing the same videos. Whatever this one's playing, this one's playing. I mean, they're both the same. And what I find very interesting is there was one video that they played that it looked like this white bar was like passed through this whatever and blah blah blah. But you could, if you watch the video, you actually see a spider web that was actually that's what it was. It was connected. It's where the spider web it together a little tighter, and that's what it was that went through this I don't know.
It was the dog
or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, because the dog. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's the episode. The dog was watching it, reacting to it. No, he wasn't, because that was so much closer to the screen. Because if you watch that video, you could see the actual shimmer of that spider web before that even came about. So it's like, come on, guys. And they're pointing it off as a paranormal experience. And I'm like, okay, click. I can't watch this.
They usually don't show you the entire video. I mean, a lot of the stuff,
Right.
if you dig deep, one of the things that I do when for my column, when I review a show, or if I look into like recently I just did the Ghostly Bride. There was a Ghostly Bride image captured over in England, Birmingham, at a construction site where a surveillance camera caught an image, and it looked like a woman in white, and they did a whole security thing because it was like 2:00 in the morning. They couldn't find anyone. So the security company claimed it must be a ghost, and that was it. It went through all the news sites, all the news agencies. I looked into it a little bit, dug into it, found out that there was an electrician on the same site that had installed permanent CCTV cameras. And one of them, which was active, was located right above where this surveillance camera was. And he actually caught video. I reached out to him. I spoke to him. And he was kind enough to send me the entire clip of the woman and her friend, who were pretty drunk, wandering onto the site. And it looked like they flipped off the cameras and then wandered off. So I have it's like a minute of video where they're on, and you see them walking through.
That's so frustrating, because debunking and questioning is so important, especially for someone like me doing what I do in having gifts. And when you have people who are willing to be dishonest or to embellish or whatever, it really does discredit and take away from what it is we're trying to do and what we're here to do, what our purpose is. And it's a really hard spot to be in, because not too long ago, I think a month or a couple months ago, I put something up about Destination Fear, right? Because I was on there, and somebody came back on and said, oh, that's one of the fakest shows or something, had some comment, to each his own with the opinion, but they did make a comment about everything being scripted. And I jumped right on there and I said, I got news for you. I was on it, and it was not a script. Everything I offered, and you only saw this much of this much that got taped, it was not. This was me telling my experiences and so no, I didn't have a script. They wanted to know, can I vouch for anything else? No, I can't. But can I say that working with the crew and working with, Chelsea and Dakota and the group, they were great and they were genuine. I wish I could have been at the Statler with them, because it would have been awesome. You know what I mean? We all know TV's TV. They're going to do little things here or there, probably to embellish things and not embellish, bad word, to liven things up a little bit, but I think it does, for those of us who have integrity, like they may make a light flicker a little bit more, or they may whatever, but a lot of what you saw during the investigation is what I talked about, even things that didn't make the cut and end up on TV. I told them about those things. Those were genuine experiences. Those were me using my gifts in a genuine way and being able to do what I do. And that's, what was going on. It was just, I don't know. I mean, it's hard because then you talk to other people too, who've been on shows, that, they're legitimate and they're people we all know. And they say the same thing, I'm not going to say something that's not true. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to embellish. This is what happened. If you want to make a light flicker to give it a little bit of a different sense, whatever. But, and then there are people who go on and lie and say, oh, sure, it doesn't matter because who's going to know, right? And it just takes away from everything. It's awful, but it is important, which is why Mike and I work so well together because he is sometimes I want to go, and just bring his, but you need that. You need to be able to counter what someone like me is doing, because if you don't question and rule out things like you and Mike do, it just makes it stronger. It just makes it, when it's genuine, it's genuine, I guess is what I'm saying. You have to roll things out sometimes.
It's interesting that you brought up, you made the comment about how the, if they might make a light flicker a little bit more here and there or something like that.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's still being deceptive because that's embellishment. That's completely embellishment. And it's making things look more dramatic than they really are, whether it's making a light flicker a little bit more or changing the tone of something or manipulating audio so it sounds like really creepy. These little tweaks are still being dishonest to the audience.
I think it depends on why they're doing it. It depends on why they're doing it. If I say the lights flickered and they want to do it, make it a little bit darker, to me, I'm like, well, no, the lights have flickered.
Yeah. It's still,
but
even if you're
it's a hard call.
If you're not doing it, you're not being dishonest. But if they enhance it to make it look better, yes, they are being dishonest about what they're providing the viewers. It's just, I mean, it sounds like it's only a little bit, or maybe a white lie, but a white lie is still a lie. It's still lying. It's still making something what it's not.
And that's part of the problem. Let me jump in here for a second.
Yeah,
Kristie.
go ahead.
I did 2 episodes of Paranormal Survivor. I was under contract with our house media. Now, so do I. And Paranormal Survivor, is one of those shows that will take your story and they will blow it up 10 times or 100 times more than what it was. So you could tell them that, and you're just giving them your story. So what they do is they reenact everything to go along with your story.
Right.
And so I told them that I saw a shadow walk up the wall and then disappear into the corner of the room. They made this octopus-looking thing on the ceiling cover the whole ceiling to make it look really scary.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No. So, but if you're telling the story and they're doing like a, hey, Muto. Oh no, that's a bug from the
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers, yeah. But anyways, if you're saying, hey, the light flickered, and they went through and just made it flicker,
right,
to kind of give them like a, to show the public what
dramatic
you
effect,
saw.
or I don't even know.
Yeah, that's
right,
one thing. But if they're making it a lot worse than what it was, then I totally agree with Kenny that it's fake.
But that's what I'm saying.
Using it as a reenactment, then I get it.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
Recreations. Yeah, when you recreate something, you're recreating it. I mean, you're dramatizing it because if you're recreating it, obviously you don't know exactly how it was before. So it's given the benefit that it's TV and it's probably embellished a little bit. But if they're making, if they're deliberately making something darker or scarier or spookier, then
and they do it just for ratings. We know this. This is why they do it.
Right.
And it's just for the people that don't know, that's why they do it. So the majority of the time when you're seeing a story, especially like Paranormal Survivor, the majority of their stories are so blown out of proportion that you don't really know what's true and what's not true. I mean, so that's why I kind of like backed out of Paranormal Survivor. I had a contract with them, And I'm just like, no, I can't do this because you basically lied about all this stuff. You know, you put in stuff that I didn't even say. So it's like, and it was all for ratings, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
I get upset when I do upset. I get angry, pissed off. But I'm when I do look into a show, when I review it, and I usually only do it when somebody asks, like a bunch of people ask about the same episode. Like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Please look into this. And if I am ready for another project, because I usually have like 10 projects going at the same time. And when one's done,
I get the impression from you.
Yes, I'm constantly running. Oh my goodness.
Kenny's the other half of me. He's busy like I am all the time.
Yeah.
I do find that some of these shows, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, this will be just from me. It doesn't have anything to do with your show, but like shows like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures. Oh my God, I hate that show.
Me too.
But and then some of the other ones, like I did a review of Ghost Loop that was out, and it was a horrible show that only lasted one season, which is good.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I reviewed one of their episodes, and the main idea, Tim Vickers. Hey, what's up, Tim? The main idea, the main catalyst for the alleged haunting that they were investigating was that a murder had taken place in the house. And when they gave the names, they had the whole story. They recreated stuff in the house. They investigated the house. That's great. That's great. When I started researching it, I found out that the murder that they were talking about happened miles away. Didn't actually happen in that house. So the entire show was based on a lie. And it was, I wrote about it. I provided all the documentation. I had all the historical records, newspaper accounts, census records showing that these people did not live in that house at all. And even the murder didn't happen in that house.
And what kills me about that, Kenny, is that you would think that a company that's putting out these shows would do their own research and make sure that it's the right property. You know what I mean? Or the right place. You figure that, you know, you just can't go out there and just say, hey, my neighbor's house is haunted and blah, 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 when it's not.
And this is the kind of stuff you're doing on your show, Kenny, as well?
I talk about it.
Okay.
The in-depth
for our viewers.
When I do investigate things, it usually goes through my column on Skeptical Inquirer. I write for them, and they put it out. So, and I also do like a blog post, but I will talk about things on the show after it's been released, or sometimes before it's been released, because if it's out there and people are asking, I have this need, it's like an OCD thing where I have to give good information. I hate giving wrong information. I won't say anything if I'm not sure, I won't say it. Or I'll say, hey, this is just my opinion. I have to check into it more.
Right.
But, you know, this is so far, but I have to go look into it. And then if I do find out that I was wrong, I would definitely come back on the next show or later on and say, I was wrong about this. This is actually what's happening.
But for our viewers and our listeners, you're doing this 24/7. You're doing this as your main job, writing a column, and then you're coming home.
No.
It's not my main job.
Well, I'm not saying your main job, but I'm saying you're writing a column for the magazine. Then you're coming home, and now you're interacting with your audience, still doing more skeptical research. So you're living the skeptics thing 24/7.
Yeah. So basically, I get up in the morning. I'm researching. I go to work, and during work, which is not associated with this kind of stuff, I'm still researching during breaks and in between. I'm reading books. I usually have like 4 or 5 books that I'm reading at the same time, depending on where I sit in the house or the office. And then when I come home, sometimes I have to stop. Actually, during my drive to and from work, I'm listening to science podcasts so I can learn more about psychology and biology and chemistry and all the other sciences. And then I come home and I'm either doing a show or I'm sitting on my laptop or I'm sitting here putting everything together. So I also do the videos, YouTube videos. So I have a workstation.
And that's not your parents' basement, right?
No. This is mine.
Kenny runs another show, or is involved in another show. He's also on another show as well. I mean, he does 2 shows a week.
Yeah.
I do my show Friday nights, and then Saturday nights I do another show with 2 other guys.
I just, but like you said, folks, I've seen Kenny work up front and personal in front of crowds and stuff like that. Some events that we've been at, and the questions that you bring up are very important.
They're legit.
Really
legit.
Yeah, they're not off the wall. Like, did Bigfoot get sucked up by a UFO or something like that? It's like, hey, this camera came this angle, or you're talking f-stops,
Right.
You're talking lights. This is the one time we were at something.
Yeah.
It's there. I mean, you got a collection there.
There isn't another
amazing.
Show anywhere like Kenny's.
There's a lot. I try to. It's hard to get across how much work is really involved with investigating. It's not like just. I get it. Like the common thing we see on TV. It's we go to a place at night on the weekend and we sit for a few hours. We talk to the dark. And we take some pictures. We set up some stuff, and we get blinky lights and stuff. I'm stereotyping. I'm sorry. But you get the blinky lights and the noisemakers and stuff, and you have a good time. That's great. That's not where it ends, though. For me,
Right.
that's
no, you're right.
That's pre-show. That's pre-show work. That's not even the show didn't start yet. It starts when I'm like, all right. I usually have, like, when I go on events like that, like open ghost hunts or paranormal conferences, I have a notebook with me all the time. I'm constantly writing down notes. I'm collecting data, observing what people are doing, how they're doing it, what they're using, how often they're using it, how they interpret things, what kind of questions they ask or don't ask, which is really important because most don't think about the questions they're not asking, and they should.
Right.
So I'm taking all this. I have notebooks out my ass. I have so many notebooks, which is another experiment.
Toilet paper.
That's actually another experiment that I'm doing. Not the toilet paper. Starting a new notebook.
Kudos to your wife. Can I just say that?
I'm weighing the notebook beforehand and then weighing it when I'm done with it to see how much more it weighs with all the ink that I put in there. That's just a side experiment because I'm just curious. I constantly write notes everywhere.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, that's good. I totally forgot the question we started with.
I was trying to slip the medium question in there.
Well, you know what? And that's talking about mediums. I do want to say this before we kind of get off topic. As a medium, I'm a medium first. Where's My Sage is awesome. It's our baby. I love it. But I'm always a medium first. Just like Mike will always bring to the table the Bigfoot, his theories and ideas and what's important to him. I'm a medium first. And I have a responsibility to that or to myself on that level before anything else. And so when you have TV shows or people lying or embellishing or trying to, or making up things and saying things that are not true, that hurts what I am here to do, because as mediums, we are here to tell someone's story. A lot of times my clients, for the first time hear it from me when I tell them, what I do is not just to help those who are left behind, it's to help spirit as well. So if we're misrepresenting them, it's just as disrespectful and dishonest and hurtful to them as it is to everybody in the audience who's watching the TV show, and unfortunately there might be a story that needs to be told and it's not being told because everyone's focused on this other stuff. You know what I mean? I
totally relate. I get it.
Yeah. And so what you do and the way Mike is with, being so open-minded about things, it really does help us to help them, us meaning mediums, psychics, people we have a different journey, and really though, when you think about it, it all comes full circle because we all do kind of need each other in order to help the pieces fit. I love doing walkthroughs where, like you said, the equipment and everything is just one part of it. You need to research. You're not always going to be able to research or find what you're looking for, but that's where someone like me comes in. And then you get to validate me and I get to validate you. And, the equipment validates us in some ways. It's really, we really all do go together,
I will make one comment, and I don't think the equipment validates a damn thing.
Okay. Well, I wasn't even going to get into stuff, but I mean, just in general with what you talked about earlier, I was just putting it all together.
Nothing to do with you.
You're right.
It's being used.
You're absolutely right. I can't tell you how many times I was on an investigation and spirits talking to me and I'm getting answers and they're like, no, it's not going to happen. People could argue that though from the other side. So,
Sure.
it is what it is. But so yeah, but
And I'll be right
I
there
agree with you.
I'll argue back.
There's a lot more to it. Yeah.
So-
Well, hello, Cindy.
Oh no, the
Teddy
party
Poo-Poo?
started.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Let's
This
get
is
this
Cindy
party
Thompson's
started.
Psychic Cindy.
Hi, guys. I literally looked at the clock because I was doing my Tarot Tuesday show, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. I'm like, mid-reading. I'm like,
It's all right. You were going to stand us up. No big deal.
No,
right?
no.
You left me
You're
here with
like-
all these men.
I know, I'm so
I had to
sorry.
fend for myself.
I'm
No.
so sorry.
He's like half girl, right?
Oh.
Oh, no, he's got a dick. I mean, what?
Okay, guys. So this show's going to probably get a little more explicit than your normal. You're normally used to.
And this is why when people say Paratalk Radio, do I really want to go there? Well, it's different.
Listen, even if I wasn't there, Teddy, it would still be
So,
naughty.
Mike, I know you keep popping that question up. My answer is no. I can get it. You mute it yourself.
Michael, unmute yourself.
That's my job, is to mute myself so I don't get into trouble.
Oh my gosh.
Keep
Look
my
at
view.
Mike with
So-
that beard and mustache going on.
I know,
Look at
right?
that.
It's coming off tomorrow.
He's
How are
very,
you
very
feeling,
dapper,
Mike? How are you
distinguished,
feeling?
older.
I'm surviving. I can make it a little bit of time, and hopefully we'll be back to 100% soon.
A lot of whining
I
and
told
moaning
you
and complaining.
it's
I'm
gonna take
sure.
a little bit of time.
Yeah. So
Hey, Cindy, make sure you put you about the comments because there's people on
Oh,
there
yeah.
saying hi to you.
hello from folks coming in.
Yes,
So.
and
Mika's on
everybody out there in the
Yeah.
audience,
Hi,
if you
Mika.
want, please feel free to post your questions. If you have any
Shmorty.
questions about anything we're talking about
Hi,
tonight,
darling.
about their shows, please feel free.
Equipment doesn't
Hi,
validate
Fireball.
anything. So,
Wait,
Exactly.
what's
The
the
way it's used.
What doesn't mean anything?
Yeah.
equipment doesn't mean it doesn't validate
Yeah.
anything.
That-
I'm sorry. I kind of have to lean towards Kenny on this. I'm not like a big.
I agree.
She's
Yeah.
not
What?
I
The
haven't, I mean, they're.
Me and Sydney are
Especially-
agreeing on something? Holy
Wait, on the medium question? Okay, where'd it go? Find it
I
again.
didn't say medium question.
It was the good again.
I don't know.
All right, so
Equipment doesn't
before we
validate
get into
anything to
everything else,
investors.
because we'll talk forever, we all know each other. We all know we'll
Hi,
talk
Denise.
forever. Cindy has her own. Well, Cindy is Teddy's co-host on Paratalk Radio,
try,
which we
yeah.
kind of talked about because you kind of blew us off for an extra 25 minutes, but that's okay. We still love you. I'm kidding.
Wait, who? Me?
I'm teasing. You know I love you. So
It
Cindy
was
is
only
Teddy.
19
This
minutes.
is. It's okay. You're allowed. You're allowed. What you were doing was
Listen,
important.
I
so
was
that's
in
okay.
spirit, and when they
That's
get
right.
hold,
Oh, trust me, I get it. But you also have your own show, right? And it's
I do.
called Just Cindy, the Happy
Just
Medium.
Cindy.
So tell us about your
Yeah.
show.
So I like to say that my show will encapsulate anything. I think that by the third show we were already talking about sex. So it's anything.
No way, really?
Yes, I'm not kidding. So episode 2, maybe it was my 4th one. So episode 2 was introducing some of my friends that will be with me. Teddy was in there too. And I had some of my friends that will be on there as regulars or whatever. And then I think maybe the third one was my children, what they feel like how they feel like having a psychic mom is as opposed to not. And then the
Good
fourth
topic.
one we were talking about sex, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's everything
Gotcha.
because I think that we as just human beings, we want to be on a spiritual journey, but we also want to be able to be ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that that a spiritual journey is everything. It's all the little stuff combined to make up the big journey, right? And
Right.
it's those little things that we have to get over, those lessons that we learn. It's the
Mhm.
mundane, it's the spiritual. It's sex, it's eating breakfast, right? It's all the little things. And so I'm not just a psychic medium. I'm a mom. I'm a partner. I'm all these things, right? So there's a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a child. I'm a mother. Just a lot of things. Yeah. I'm a witch.
And that's funny because, the topic of, we kind of started talking about different things in life in general, right?
Yeah.
And how we don't understand something, or how, even if we're raised to think of something a certain way. We were talking about the new show that was coming up, and Satanism and things like that, and whether or not we agree or not agree or believe or don't believe, just to be educated, and how it's important to be educated and to at least look into things ourselves, going up and beyond. At least this is what I was taking. This is how I was relating to when the guys were really talking about it. To educate ourselves up and beyond what we've already been taught or what we think, just to have more knowledge, if nothing else. And, I used to feel like that about, witchcraft and things like that used to make me very uncomfortable. Really, for the only reason was that I didn't know much about it, and all you knew was the not so good stuff. And then a couple of years ago, I had a group, or more than a few years ago, I had a group, and there were some ladies in it, and they were white witches. And let me tell you how much I learned. They taught me how to read tea leaves. They were great for the group. Yeah. They educated us. And you know what? In the overall, everything that we do spiritually really does come full circle. We all, you
That's
got
right,
it right
Kenny.
there. Knowledge is power. And again, when you're done reading the book or you're done looking into something, you can still say, nope, I'm just as uncomfortable as when I started, but now you definitely know. Now you've grown in some way, because sometimes it's not about figuring out what is good or what you want. It's about, okay, now I can definitely say I don't want this, or I don't like it, or I can reinforce why I'm not okay with it, whatever the case is, So what do you think? Because I just think it's really cool that you are a witch as well. I think it's awesome because the fundamentals are beautiful.
Yes. So people get scared, number one, when they hear the word witch, because they think that we are like what Hollywood portrays us. Oh my God, we're going to steal babies and kill them. That's not true. We don't. We don't sacrifice.
Who has time for that?
Right.
You don't eat babies? What?
We don't eat babies.
I know what neighborhood you grew up in.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly. I love that saying too. That's hysterical. So no, we don't do those things. I mean, I'm just letting you know. Actually, what witches are all about is we revere the earth. That's like the most simplistic way of explaining it. We revere the earth. And we're polytheistic. So we believe in all deities, right? And not all, when I say all deities, not every witch is going to believe in the deities that I believe in. I'm pretty eclectic. So being eclectic means that I will take whatever I want from whichever whichever I want. So I do. I take
whatever
from
works
an Egyptian.
for you. Whatever.
I'm Greek. I'm in Indian. I'm Hindu. I have Hindu gods and goddesses. And you know what? Jesus has popped up in my house, so I have Jesus with me all the time. Mm-hmm. He's been with me a lot lately. And
because it comes down to our intentions. It's whether you're for the positive or the negative, and what your intention is behind that.
That's right. Cindy's a bewitch.
They were pretty well behaved until you got here, sister. Let me tell you.
Listen,
they were really trying hard.
Is it me? I'm not doing anything, right? It is their reaction to my energy.
Okay, so I'm gonna butt in here for a second. Then I'm gonna butt in and give a little bit of information. Then
they just wanna blame me. Aw, my energy equals drink. All right, I got a drink too. Cause you know what mine says? Mine says, where does it say it?
Water.
Energy. Mine literally says energy.
Cindy, you don't
Energy
need any
equals
energy anymore. Energy. You have natural energy.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear it, Teddy.
Oh,
What?
Because
I couldn't, Teddy.
I couldn't figure out the mute button. The mute button wasn't working
Cindy
for
is
me.
innocent, Kristie said. And how do I
That's
say
right.
her? How do I say it? Micah? Is it Micah?
Mika.
Yes, Mike.
Mika?
Micah. It's Micah.
Oh.
No,
Oh, it's Micah?
Michael up here pronounces it Mika, and it's not. It's Micah.
It's Micah. Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you. I was right. You guys
were.
are hysterical. Listen.
Cindy the innocent.
They don't know her. They don't know her
knows
at
me.
all.
Come
Kristie
hang out at a
does.
Parafest with us, and then we'll go.
Oh my gosh.
We had so much fun.
So,
You guys all do have to come to the Parafest because it's all
Yeah.
Nobody is innocent. I may just be a little more angelic than you, Teddy and Kenny. Whatever.
Them are fighting words.
He literally has a goddamn post-it note that says bullshit. I can't even with you, Kenny. That is amazing.
you should have just had a little emoji like puking into a bag
my
on one of
God.
those, and that would have,
Oh
that would have
my
worked.
god.
I got
So
you
yes, for
pictured
you
now.
folks
Let's
tuning
say
in,
that
this is
mine.
not
I
our
can't-
regular routine.
I don't
Okay, so
have any
I
more
wanna-
at my desk. And they're
Can-
out.
Can I
Crap.
say something?
Plays
I
on
have
sale.
stuff.
Go ahead,
listen,
Teddy.
Listen,
all right.
I have
I can
3
mute
kids.
them
2 of
all.
them are grown. I don't have to shop like I used to. I used to have that kind of stuff coming out my ears, okay?
Okay, so I want to go back to something that Cindy said. I want to go back. Cindy's not the only witch here, by the way.
No,
I am
Cindy's
also.
not.
And so mine is second generation. So Kenny is hysterical. There
Kenny,
you go.
you're not even looking.
Love it.
He's researching.
I don't need
He's
to look.
busy.
No, look at mine. I
He's
made a post-it note for you.
multitasking.
Perfect. Well, anyways, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back when Cindy was
Hysterical.
talking about the word witch, and when people had these bad stereotypes about the word, they thought that we ate babies and stuff like
We
that.
don't eat babies.
We don't eat babies. But what I'm going to tell you is that in ancient
Hi, Nick.
times, and this is something that you can research and you can dig up,
Thanks, Kristie.
there used to be an old wise tale that babies were actually killed and crucified for their baby
Yes,
fat.
there was.
Because the baby fat, according to ancient rites, you
And I didn't know
melted
this
down the
part.
baby. You melted down the baby fat and you rubbed it on your body. After it was done as a lotion, it was supposed to make you fly. So this
Really?
is where the old stereotype came from. It was because of stories like that. So when
We
people
don't
say
know.
that, it's like, well, this is an old, ancient wise
Yeah.
tale, whatever you want to call it. It's something that is not true, but it's the way it was way back when. People made up
Right.
stories about everything, and you know how stories are. A fisherman tells a story. This is how big the fish is in reality, or this is how big the fish is in reality. It's this.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yes.
So,
For sure.
ancient rituals and ideals and all that stuff, folks. It's so different. And Cindy told you the truth. Pretty much we revere the earth is number one, and we try to do everything by her and with her and for her.
That's right. Amen, brother. Listen,
I'm only half a
hey,
brother if
Kenny,
you ask Kenny.
Kenny, justice is on my side.
She's just saying.
Boom.
Death is
the-
on
Just
my
saying.
side.
The
You
Parafest
have
generally,
Grim Reaper.
Teddy, is the
I
last
can
weekend of
send them if you
February.
want. I can send a Grim Reaper if you
Godzilla's
want.
on my side. Anyways,
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
the answer to your question, Mike, the Rochester Winter Parafest, like I said, right now it's on hold. We don't know for sure yet. We won't know until the end of September. I can tell you that it's scheduled for March 13th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's actually going to be 2 weeks later than what it was to give us better weather.
Just out of
hopefully
the
Better
we'll-
weather.
Yeah,
You
out
don't
of
want
the
to take a
snow.
chance with another storm?
Listen,
Is that what
Mike.
you're saying?
Kristie and Mike, you guys are not that far.
Oh,
No.
not at all.
Oh, he doesn't have to drive. I'm the one who has to drive. What the
I'm probably
heck?
besides Teddy, I'm probably the closest one. So,
Yeah.
um,
Oh my God.
Wait,
yeah.
I thought both
No.
of you guys were in Buffalo.
Just me.
Nope.
Oh, just you? Wait, where are you, Mike?
close to Teddy.
Oh,
He's
Yeah.
He's like 15, 20 minutes from me. He's not that
Yeah.
far.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, that's super close, Mike.
Yep.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Lord. Oh, my
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
So
Mike can spit and hit my property.
yeah. So folks that are tuning in tonight,
Ew.
we've got some of our other family members from WLFE
I just don't want to step in it.
and this is kind of a little craziness of generally what goes on some of the other shows.
No.
Yes.
No.
Definitely, if you guys come
Oh.
to my show, like Schmorty and Chanel and Nick, these guys know what they're in for. Kimberly Porter, how are you? And yes, they will see that. I mean, we know that I'm pretty wild.
I
I'm
Nick's
pretty
comment.
wild.
I have a question though, because what if is it possible to make it later? Because everyone's situation with COVID is different, and so can you do it more in the summertime? Can you move it? Does it have to be in March? I know it's Rochester Winter Fair Fest usually, but
here's the problem: is that the majority of the other conventions go right in concession after that. So for us to take the Rochester Winter Fair Fest and move it would be pretty much sitting on top of another convention. So it's easier for us to be the first convention to kick off the whole year. And we so far it's been good. I mean, and
It's cold. We keep the naked people from Naked and Afraid dressed that way.
Right. We make sure they're dressed.
and
They're dressed
Usually.
in cold, not naked
And it's usually
afraid.
good for
They're
them,
dressed
and
in
it-
cold.
And it's usually good for them, so it's off season for them, so it's usually pretty
Right.
good. So we can have them, even though we get a lot of shit, to be honest with you, for having Naked and Afraid people on our show because they're not paranormal. We have to remind people that the majority of them that come on our show had a paranormal experience, and that's why they're there. So
Are they
Well, that's
naked
just
while
it.
they're at the conference?
Is it what?
What?
Are they naked?
actually, if you ask Melanie, she probably would be, but she's not afraid to take her clothes off. She's not.
Then it
afraid.
might actually come
No.
up because that
And
would be fun.
I mean, at least she's nice to look at too. I mean, okay.
Okay, tell me Chance isn't.
I was waiting.
Chance is
very
kind of
handsome.
beautiful. Yeah, he is. He's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Trent, we're going to tell Trent. No, I'm just kidding. Trent is good looking too. I'm teasing. Listen, this is Tom's world. Hey, Tom, how are you? Cindy lost her filter during childbirth. That's what it's supposed to say. So Cindy lost her. I didn't understand Chanel because of the silly thing, but it's Cindy lost her filter. Yes. Oh, she corrected it. I just see that. Yeah. If I don't know if Naked and Afraid considers you being innocent, that's no. I don't want to be considered innocent.
Whoever accused her of being innocent.
Listen, I literally was just talking to one of my friends, Dr. Mystical, today, and we were having a conversation of me doing a new radio show called Sinning. Sinning. SINNING.
And silence.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Never mind. I don't want to know.
Nobody told me I'm going to have to spell on this show.
Yeah,
Sinning, my name, sinning. So I'm sinning as I'm sinning. Never mind.
Mike just
It was
took right off because
hysterical.
just muddy.
Right. Mike was like, I'm out of here.
If we didn't drink the same water as children.
He's like, bye, bitches. I'm outie.
Oh, boy.
You asked for this, Kristie.
Right,
Yeah.
Kristie? Yeah, I think you were happier when there was just a skeptic here giving you a hard time. No!
I was just warming up for you, bitch.
Turn it on!
Oh my god. Holy shit.
I love it! Mike has to start putting occasional explicit language.
Okay,
right
I'm
there.
trying really
prepare.
hard not to laugh and snort, okay?
I love how Mike is
Please
all like
snort.
chill.
Please
He's like just like whatever, and then
Play
here's
snort.
something, boom, there goes the banner across.
Oh my god.
I have been in too many things with you guys to know exactly what to go for.
Listen, Mike, you knew what you were in for. Come
Oh,
on.
I know. Oh,
I want to know
Blake
whose
was having
idea was
problems
it. Was it
It's hard
was
to
it
follow now.
Christie's
I
idea
got
or
you
was it
guys.
Mike's idea? Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Micah was on our show too. Micah was on our show. He was on our show, Para Talk Radio.
Yep.
Who
yeah, she
was?
runs the,
I remember him being there.
runs the Jesus Christ Superstar fan club and stuff like that.
Who?
So
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm like
So-
lost.
Listen,
Listen.
Micah
There's
Too
has
much
been on our
multitasking, Kenny.
yeah. Not Kenny's not
Sadie?
lost. Teddy's lost.
Sadie.
Teddy's
Is
lost.
your mom still awake, Sadie? Poor Micah.
Sadie! Hi,
I
Sadie.
can't
Hey,
follow you guys
congratulations,
anymore.
girly.
I know, she's in college. She's a college
Can't
girl
believe-
now.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
So what do you
Nick
guys
says
have-
He must have come on at the right place at the right time. You sure did. You're welcome.
What do you guys have scheduled for your next couple of shows coming up?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. I think I'm gonna do Stones.
Did you not read her message on the
I
chat?
said,
I mean,
like-
come on, man.
Listen, I fly by the seat of my pants. I said I would try to get something in advance. It's
I'm asking for our viewers.
I
what they can
schedule.
expect
Oh,
out of
wait.
it.
I schedule.
Okay,
I
there
schedule
we go.
Para Talk Radio months in advance. I schedule.
He does.
Talk with Teddy
He's
a month
very
in
good.
advance. I've
very
tried to keep that
Yeah.
so that we can do our research on our guests. That's why, because you don't want to go.
I
in-
love who we're having on Monday.
Well, who are
I'm
you having
so
on Monday?
excited. Oh my gosh, we are having a past life regression guy.
Yeah.
I just had
I'm
that
just
done
so
a couple months ago. That was
Oh,
so
you did? Who did it
cool.
for you? Oh my God, I love
gosh.
doing
I can't
that.
really say her
I-
name
I
because
do
she doesn't
past life
do it
regression.
openly. And she actually
Oh.
is. She's a traveling nurse, so she's not even from here. To be honest with you, this
Oh
is a
my
couple months ago.
gosh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to learn how to do that. And there's nothing
Oh,
around here. You
yes.
have to go away to do it, which I'm seriously considering
I
at
did
this
it.
point because I want to do that.
So I did two. I did
Yeah.
a regular hypnosis class in Buffalo, but I did a past life regression hypnosis seminar in New Paltz back in the day. I've done past life regressions since 93. I've done it longer than I have. I've done past life regression longer than I knew that I was a medium, even though I was always a medium.
Right. I know what you mean when you say that.
It's
Totally.
a very funny
Totally.
thing.
That's my question.
What was
Why
that?
is
Wait, what?
Tom's
What?
not
What?
on-
I fly by
why
the
is
seat of
Tom
my
not on the
pants.
network?
I fly by the seat of my pants is a very funny thing to picture
It was
in a
offered.
literal
Yeah.
sense.
It was offered, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, it was offered, but
Tom, and why
it
are you
just
not
doesn't-
on the
That's
network?
so funny. Denise is asking when my show is. It's on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right. And
Yeah,
to
see?
back up
Micah
what Cindy was
said I
talking
watched
about,
you, Cindy, some time ago on live stream.
the past life
I think
regressionist that
Para
we
Talk.
have on the show Monday, next Monday is
What's his
actually
name?
Paul Goddard. You guys had him, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody had him on the show. Had him on
We
the show.
didn't.
Okay,
It wasn't
so
us.
We did not.
but we
us,
have Paul Goddard. He's going to be joining us
Awesome.
at
pretty
8:00 on the
I
14th.
can't wait to be able to talk to him, to be
That's
honest.
gonna
because
be
we have
neat.
so much to talk about.
Yeah.
We're the new kids on the
That's
block,
cool.
so we're still getting our folks together.
And
now,
talk with
why
Teddy.
did you have to do that? Now I'm going to be singing New Kids on the Block in my head.
Okay, who was your favorite?
Yes.
Who was your
Come on.
Who was it?
Come
Who was your
on.
favorite?
Oh God, what is his name? He's the cute boy with the with the blue eyes. And he has
Yeah,
curly
Joey
hair.
McIntyre, and he's
Joey
all mine, hands
McIntyre.
off. Okay.
Listen, he's your husband. I'm sorry, but we had an affair. I'm sorry. I'm
Actually,
sorry.
he didn't age very well. You can have him.
No, he's still cute. I still
No,
think
he's not.
cute.
You can have him. Good, he's all
LOL, it is
yours.
hard to back up what Cindy said. when she doesn't let you talk to back her up. Tom.
Okay, so back on a serious note because I have to leave soon. So Parent Talk Radio, like I said, Monday is.
This ain't your
This
show.
show's on.
You don't make the rules. You
No.
shut up, Ted.
Hey,
Who runs the
Oh,
network?
now you've become verbal? Now you're going to use your words?
hey.
Put all my secret stuff for me.
I speak
Anyways.
up when I have to. I don't
Anyways.
have to talk all the time.
Shush. Paul Goddard.
Hysterical.
He's the one. He's the one joining Parent Talk Radio on Monday, and I can't wait to figure out who he is and what he does. I do know that Talk with Teddy tonight is we have a serious show. We're talking about anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
From 10 o'clock till about a 90-minute show, and then Thursday Talk with Teddy. Right after Cindy's show, Talk with Teddy is going to have a version of the Family Feud.
Yes.
With men versus
allowed to be
the
on
females.
I want to be on that one.
So we're gonna do it once a month, so you guys maybe we'll do it WLFE people.
Oh,
Oh,
That
that would be so good.
that would
Let's
be
kick
fun.
some ass,
Yeah.
Christy.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
You and me,
so
man.
there you go. So we could do that as well.
Yes.
But it's a 90-minute show. I'll let you guys know when the next one is, and then we'll put
Okay.
We'll reach out to WLFE people for that one. I think it'll be kind of fun.
That's
so.
fantastic.
But I have to prep for my show. I've got about 10 minutes, so that's why
Teddy,
I've
thank
gotta
you
go.
very much.
Thank you
and
so
thank
much.
you again
Teddy,
for everything you
I love
do
you,
for the
Teddy
network.
Poo Poo. I love you,
love-
Teddy Poo Poo.
We love you.
I love you too, Cindy.
Mike
Poo-poo.
loves you too.
I know. I love all you guys. I mean, Kenny already told me he loved me, so he has a little sticky note there somewhere.
I don't think his sticky
so-
note
He's
said he
lost
loved
track.
you.
Teddy
There you
loves
go.
Oh, he
Oh,
does.
Ted
Ted
loves
loves
Kenny.
Kenny.
Oh, sorry, flip it around.
You're sweet. See?
But anyways, but yeah, no, you know,
All right.
I love all the shows that we have. Like I said, we just added some
He
more.
changed it. Teddy Poo Poo. Ted
So-
Poo Poo loves Kenny.
We look out for new shows on WLFE. We have one called what the hell did I say? That was Unfiltered with Bryce. Unfiltered Talk with Bryce. That's one of the new shows that's coming up. We also have, actually, if you guys
I
don't
need
mind,
to
I'll
know
take
about
a
the
second.
Satanism one that you guys were just talking about.
If you guys don't mind me saying real quick what the other shows are.
No,
Of
go
course.
ahead.
No,
That's
yeah,
what we're
go
here
ahead.
for tonight. is
No,
to
Yeah.
please
let
just
everybody
take
know
over
we're
the
here.
show, Ted.
You know what, Kenny? I love you too,
Kenny.
dick.
Kenny
But
is so
anyways.
persnickety.
The paranormal shows that we have normally listed on WLFE is Showcasing the Paranormal with Gettysburg Ghost Exchange. Of course, Paratalk Radio, like we talked about. Step into the Paranormal, and then Where's My Sage? And then opposite of that, we have Kenny's show, which is Skeptical Help Bar, which is very cool. I love his show. And
Awesome.
then our variety, we have a variety, what we call a No Limit Variety Show. One of the new shows coming on, you'll see starting in the beginning of October, it's called Everything Yet Nothing Show. And it's a couple of hillbillies doing their own talk show type of thing. It's absolutely nothing and everything. It's just whatever
I
they come up
love
with.
that.
Okay.
Then we have Inside the Drag Closet with Jade, which is
Yeah.
everything about drag and more. Talk with Teddy, Metal Mayhem ROC, it's heavy metal music. They talk about all the different people in heavy metal. Then we
Denise.
have
Thanks.
Just Cindy, which is her talk show as well. Then Unfiltered Talk with Bryce. And then the Roots Bleed Red show
Yeah.
also. So there's a lot of those. And we do have another show coming. I can actually tell you the name of it. It is called before it's listed. The new show, and this is Red, the one I was telling you about that left Hillbillies in the Holler, who's now a family member for WLFE, and
Nice.
his show is called Rediculous, like Rediculous Radio.
I love it.
Okay.
That's fun.
Rediculous Radio and Reducational nature segments
Oh.
and interviews with ridiculous folks about ridiculous topics.
Yay!
So because his name is Red, so everything starts with Red.
Yes.
So
that's cool though.
Yeah,
Very
so
neat.
but
Wow,
he's cool.
there's a very big variety on this
Yeah,
network.
so yeah, and guys, you'll be able to start check us out on Amazon Music because we are now going to be on Amazon Music as well now.
So excited!
300,000,
Awesome.
yeah, 300,000 listeners. They're saying so. There's a big chance of us getting some good fan bases built there. So, but
So
okay,
cool.
so guys, have
a
good
great
night,
show tonight,
everybody.
Teddy.
It was
Thank
nice
you,
seeing you,
Teddy.
Cindy
Thanks
Poo
for
Poo
coming
and
on.
Kenny, Kristie,
Teddy
Mike,
Poo Poo,
and
I love
everybody.
you. Have a great night. Great
All
show.
right, guys.
Great show.
Great show.
Have a great
So
show.
I just
Thanks, Dad.
posted the link to the website to see all those great shows. Find our links.
There you go.
Yeah.
Find the and again, if you go to Spreaker or your favorite podcasts, you can find us all underneath the WLFE. Yeah, WLFE channel. We're all listed under there. I
Say
can't
that 3
talk
times
tonight.
fast, Michael.
That's all, folks.
Cindy's new show. I'm not even going to try fast. So
Wait, that was a joke. Mine is seriously a joke.
All right, guys. Good night.
All right. Thank
Good
you.
night,
Bye,
Ted.
Teddy.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Have a good night.
You too.
So Teddy, Kenny, who do you have coming up this week?
Don't
It got
ever
really
call me that.
quiet.
It's the fan. Yeah.
His air conditioner is on. Or fan
I
or
know.
something.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
stop talking. I'm kidding.
Oh.
We love you, Teddy. Sorry, I'm going to drink my water. Go for it.
She called me Teddy too.
Yeah.
No. I was talking to
dressing-
Teddy.
Oh,
I
okay.
was talking. I was dressing.
Oh,
No,
fuck
I would
Teddy.
never do that to you. No. I'm just going to drink my
What
water.
do I got coming up? Oh my goodness. What do I got coming up? Well, my show is every Friday night at 9 p.m. to 11. It actually says 8:30 to 10:30, but I changed it because I literally get home from work and it was sitting in this chair 5 minutes hitting live. So
Oh, wow.
now I give myself a little bit of time so I can write some notes.
Well, that's good.
So yeah, I got that. I do another show that's not on the network, at least not yet, but it's called 3 Tortured Souls on Saturday nights from 8 to 9-ish. Whenever we get done, there's 3 of us and we pick one topic and discuss the hell out of it. Really get in depth. It's fun because we do drink, but we do get intense. Very, very serious about some of the topics. But besides
Drunk
that, I mean,
people getting intense. I mean,
I know. We get majorly.
that sounds absurd. Kind of.
You would think.
That
You
sounds
would think.
super absurd. Like that never happens when
I
people get
know,
drunk.
not like
They
in this
don't get
house.
Intense at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's sarcasm, people.
Boom. But other than that, I have an event coming up in 2 weeks. I think I'll be at the Selma Mansion in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, very cool.
That's
I've
where
heard
the
that's a
hell are
good
my
one.
notes? It's good. I don't know what to expect because it's one of the first open air events. So I'm not sure how many people are actually going to show up or if any.
Have
or
you
what.
Have you been there before, Kenny?
Yes, it's not that far from me.
Oh, good. Yeah.
It's like maybe a half hour away. So it's not
Nice.
that bad. I've been there a bunch of times. Good friends with most of the people that run it. So
Fantastic.
they let me set up my skeptic booth in the middle of the psychic fair. So I mean, you gotta be on good
That's pretty
terms.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
So, but we all get along. We have a good
Very cool.
time.
That's hysterical.
And yeah. So that's all I got right now. I don't have any plans for the show. I don't have guests scheduled or anything. Just it's 2 hours of Q&A. If you want to ask a question and be nice, if you want to have a nice conversation, come on over, check it out, ask a question.
Cool.
I usually get
That's
backed up
awesome.
and I don't get to answer all of them, but yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's great. That's great. Thank you guys all for being on tonight. And thanks. I'm so glad you were able to make it on because I know you had your show tonight already, Cindy. So thank you. It was good to see your face again.
Yeah. I wish I could have been here a little longer. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. We'll do it again. Definitely do it again, But
Maybe
yeah.
you'll be more prepared for my wild nature.
We just know.
So Mike
I think
can
we've.
just have that going all the time.
No, I think now
which
our
one? This
listeners will all be
one?
prepared.
Yes,
Next.
yep.
One.
Yep. Both of them.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
No, the occasional naughty word one.
Oh yes.
And the what is the other one?
Edward.
There it is.
Yeah, we do not necessarily believe
The same
those
views.
things that come from our the views of our. That one's hysterical. I love that one so much. I love that one. That one's my favorite.
Where is the psychic fair? There's a question from the audience there.
And when?
The psychic fair is at Selma Mansion, and it is October 17th. So it'll be there on that day, and I think it's pretty much exactly what it is. It's most of the booths are psychics, mediums, whatever, and they do readings all day.
Wait, what does that mean?
And you can come out, and everybody charges their own fees, but I think it's $10 donation to get into the event, and the money goes right to the mansion itself for restoration. So,
what town's that in?
The what?
What town is that in?
Norristown, Pennsylvania. So it's almost right off the turnpike, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, at the exchange between the main east-west and then the northeast extension. So it's right by there.
Nice. Cool. Oh, see, yeah, Tom put it in there because I was. Yeah. It's so funny because I'm like, wait a second, didn't we talk about this, Kenny, Tom, and I and Teddy? I think we talked about Selma Mansion before when I was on Teddy's show. I think.
Probably,
I've heard of it. That's the crazy thing for me.
I've been there a bunch of times.
I did too, right? I feel the same way, Mike.
Hey, Cindy, do you feel like answering a question? Can you answer a quick question before we go?
Sure. Where are we going?
Right here.
Right here.
Okay, so I was looking at that and it freaked me out a little bit. I'm like, from Molly.
I saw your face.
It was so weird. It's weird. It was just it was crazy.
Why?
Just because. So things that have been coming, that are in my life, have been coming up from the people asking questions of me. And it just was super crazy. It's just because it's kind of like mirroring, right? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I do want to say thank you to a Fireball. Thank you. He or she said that they love my energy. Let's see. So I have my stones in my hand. So let me tune in to you, Jean. Or is it Jeannie?
Jeannie.
Okay. Any messages from me from Molly? I wasn't expecting this, so I turned it off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put you on the spot.
It's okay. No, I'm okay with it because I can just tune in. You guys can talk, and I'll just tune in, and when I'm ready, I'll just interrupt.
Okay.
Kenny.
As he's like,
we're gonna watch you work here.
Okay.
He's like, let's see what you got.
Fireball
I'm just listening. That's all.
I just love that his hands are on his face.
It goes with the whole little peanuts thing.
Yeah.
Well, but are you doing a Disney thing on the shirt there? Is that what's going on with that?
Oh, this? No.
Yeah.
This is Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan, Bill Nye, and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What? That's amazing. Let me see that shirt. Get closer.
Carl Sagan. Oh, right.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I need a screenshot with my...
It's Bill Nye's bow tie.
Yep.
Isn't that cute?
Oh my God, I love that so much.
I thought he had Minnie bow or something.
Oh my God, I love that so much. Okay.
Yeah, it's the founder of the it's the one of the science societies. The founder, the CEO and board member. So it's just it's their because Carl Sagan always wore the turtleneck. Bill Nye always has the bow tie on, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson always wears the vest.
Has the vest.
So, yeah, big science.
I know about science people. What?
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Science, bitches.
Girl. Yes. Oh my God, I love science.
Love it, science.
Mm-hmm.
So how big is your collection of collectibles back there? That looks like a pretty good sized collection.
Well, like I said, this is not all of it. I showed you the one side. I'll show you the other side. Wow. That's basically Superman, Star Wars.
God. That's crazy.
It goes
Oh my God.
on
Oh
and on. There's a lot that's missing.
Is that Iron Man? Was that
Yes.
Iron Man? Oh my God, look
Yes.
at that Iron Man.
That's
oh
a
my
full
gosh.
helmet.
Kenny, like, I'm a new fan.
How much time do you spend on eBay?
Oh my God, look at your freaking ceiling.
Wow.
That's I have stuff on the ceiling. Look up. That's the
Oh
map.
my God.
Maps, different maps.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
I
Oh
have
my
different
God.
vehicles set up, and there's tons of stuff, and this isn't all of it.
Is
So
there Spider-Man
Wow.
stuff? That's all I want to know. Is there Spider-Man stuff?
I do have a Spider-Man. I have Spider-Man bank.
Okay, what about Wonder Woman?
One, I'm married to her.
Good
Okay, we can
answer.
do
Good answer. That's right.
Done.
That's his.
Good answer. That's so funny.
Here's my Spider-Man. I got Spider-Man. Yeah, I got pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's the Raggedy Ann thing I can't watch. But
Like,
I
you
didn't
hang
like
up
that
about
thing as a
Raggedy
kid,
Ann?
and then
I
when
have
I
a
found
bunch
out it was the Annabelle doll, I was like,
So-
no.
I have I've been working the last couple of months. One of my major projects is opening a mystery museum. So it's I have space.
Really?
A friend of mine gave me space at a warehouse, and I've been setting it up. And it has all the allegedly haunted / cursed objects people have given me over the years with their
Cool.
stories. And I also have what else? Equipment, religious items that people have given me. I have a cross that was allegedly used in an exorcism that went bad. And then all of that stuff is at the museum. But I also have, what else do I have?
Good that you're not keeping it at home.
Well, yeah, you should have seen this place before I got that going. Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
But yeah, there's still stuff in boxes upstairs in the attic, because this is the second floor. This is one of our bedrooms that I turned into an office. So it's just packed. There's stuff. Oh my God, there's stuff in front of me. I mean, you can see right. There's a whole bunch of toys just in front of me.
Oh, you have something, Cindy?
Okay, I just need yes or no. And so, Kristie, do you know Jeannie and you understand what's going on?
Yes.
Okay, because Spirit already said that, so that's why I'm talking to you, because she can't answer me. Okay, do you understand if I feel like Molly is a spirit guide or an angel or something?
Yes.
Because literally, number one, she raised my vibration, and I started sweating profusely. That's a huge sign and indication for me that she is angelic and spirit guide energy. She also explained that to me. So it just it just brought that energy in for me as well. She's showing me the color purple right now. I don't understand why, but she is showing the color purple to me. This is interesting. She's actually talking about Archangel Michael, and I don't understand why. But she is bringing Archangel Michael up.
Jeannie, if you can validate for Cindy.
She's also showing me something about a car as well. I don't know what that means. My hands are sweating so bad right now.
Mine are too.
And I just got flooded with unconditional love energy. Golden, sparkly, beautiful energy is being flooded with me. I'm literally shaking now. I can't even hold my stones anymore because I'm just vibrating so much right now. Without a vibrator.
I know what? I was
And I
actually waiting
knew
for
it was
that.
coming.
I knew you guys were going to. Purple is Micah's favorite color.
Like I said, folks, that's why we watch these shows, watch the rest of our family, because we're not normal
You're
either.
the tame ones.
Yeah.
I actually am getting something about a book. It's funny because they brought the color purple up, the book, The Color Purple, but I think there's a reason for it because they're trying to get me to bring up book for some reason, and I don't know what that is about or what it means.
Again, Jeannie, if you can validate any of this stuff, please drop something here in the comments.
That's so funny. I just felt like hippie energy.
And watch Cindy's lights. Yeah, Kenny, we got to get you to do that one day as a skeptic. Watch Kristie's lights when we're doing a reading show.
It's been doing it the whole time.
No.
The whole show.
Kenny, I'll give you a good one to watch, which is my last Tuesday's show because it was freaking me out.
Kristie does it with the lights all the time.
That's why I sit the way I do with the light behind me. Yeah.
Oh, mine was doing it right here, and
yeah.
So yours just did now. Okay. She says, "I know what book."
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
But it's interesting to watch the lights because we'll be sitting here. You have the same lighting, you have the same studio lighting, and you watch the light with questions and stuff like that. And that's something as a skeptic I've been trying to figure out for months.
Something like that, you'd have to be there. I'd have to actually be there to see what's going on. I mean, I can speculate, but I'd have to watch it more because I did notice it go down, but I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, but this is not like one of our regular reading show nights that we're doing. Like if you watch, even last night we had Sunday night, we had Audrey on. It was crazy. They're both answering questions. The lights are going back and forth, and I'm like, I've got my earphones turned up, so I can listen for lights going on, dishwasher, anything, in the background. It might be sucking some power, but it's like, wow, power spike in Niagara Falls, So.
Right.
But that's just something as a skeptic to watch. So sorry.
What's the light? Okay. What light is changing? Is it the ring light that you have in front of you, or the screen?
I'm not doing anything. It just, it's in front of me, but that's it. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. It's literally the energy, Kenny. You just have to watch. Go watch my last week's show because I know that it did it. It did it then because I went back and watched.
Maybe you just have bad wiring.
Or I don't. It just freaked me out when I went back and watched it.
Yep.
It just freaked me out when I went back and watched that show. I'm like, what the farg is going on with my light? And I'm not going to tell you when. I really want you to go watch it. And I would like you to contact me and we can talk about it afterward. Because I didn't do anything. And you see that I'm not moving other than what I'm doing right now.
Right.
I'm not doing anything to make the light change.
You have 2 ring lights?
Nope, just one. And it's right here to my left.
Okay.
Right next to my computer.
In your glasses, I'm getting a dual reflection. It's like
because it's glass it's going to reflect on each one.
Yeah.
Bifocal. Okay.
It's not bifocal. You dick. Here, I'll even show you.
Oh, see, there goes my light.
No bifocals.
Yeah, like I said, watch Cindy's show, watch our show, our reading shows, and both their lights will because I tune into both shows. Well, I gotta watch our show because I'm here, but she's doing
you
readings.
You have to be present, Mike.
Yeah, I
have to be present.
I just click buttons over here is what I do generally. Unless it's the Bigfoot show, then I'm kind of what are we doing?
Yeah. Sorry, Cindy.
So what you're saying is that you're not present and present at the same time, Mike. Yeah, I got you. I understand. No, so Jeannie, I need to know. So my stomach started hurting really bad, and it wasn't mine. So this has to be related to you somehow, some way, some shape or form. So my stomach started bothering me when I was getting all of this information from Molly. Chanel, I love you. It's literally making me nauseous, though.
I can validate that, yes.
I also felt anxiety, so it wouldn't surprise me at all, Jeannie, if you experience a lot of anxiety. But I do feel as though that this is because you're picking up energy of things around you, whether or not you're aware of it. And it may even be an empathic thing as opposed to a clairvoyant thing. But I do feel like you're picking up energies of beings around you.
It's interesting how Kristie's light's doing the validation into the background.
And it just responded to you.
Wait, what? I'm not even looking. I'm sorry. I'm not.
So you're answering. So I'm watching everybody, of course, but I'm watching Kristie's light. I'm watching your light. I'm watching Kenny watch you guys watch the lights, and it's like I'm watching as you're validating or you're giving your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Kristie's light's changing in the background. I mean, yours is kind of come in and out power wise, but I always watch that little dome right over the top of the light, and it's interesting because that usually gets my cue of where we are in the show too, because how active that spirit is. So that spirit is. I'm
sorry. I literally just almost felt like I needed to vomit, though. That was so weird. Like it was up in my throat, so it wouldn't surprise me if you have throat chakra issues as well, Jeannie. Oh, past life. Death, too. Oh, that's interesting.
What was that?
Past life deaths through her throat chakra as well.
And the lights are all over the place.
They literally just told me that she has issues that I have. And I have past life issues regarding my throat chakra. I've been killed so many times. Like I have a lot of lifetimes that I was killed through my throat chakra. So
she's validating you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. So throat chakra issues would be tonsillitis, would be getting your tonsils taken out, would be
thyroid.
What is that? Thyroid. I'm like the little butterfly right here. Thyroid issues.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, the other thing is GERD. GERD is another one that is GERD is another one that's a health issue that's also affecting the throat chakra as well. Listen, y'all are just trying to see if I'm for reals. Did I pass? Did I pass?
So let me validate you. The only reason I asked you to answer that question is because it was my mom. Jeannie's my mom.
I knew it. I farting was going to say it.
And I'll just tell everybody, she doesn't know me. Cindy and I have only met once in person, and that was last March at Parafest.
That's it.
So she knows nothing about my family. I know nothing about her. It's like, outside of talking. So she would not have known that was my mother. Today is my great aunt's birthday. And she and my mother were like, I can't cross enough fingers to show you how tight they were. And it was actually, Molly is actually my dad's aunt.
Mm.
And my mom, my grandmother, and my
who
aunt
is your
Molly,
mom?
Jeannie.
Oh, Jeannie's your mom. Oh,
yeah. And Molly's my great aunt on my dad. That's my dad's aunt. But my mother and she were very, very, very close. And my mother was also very, 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 very close to my grandmother, and they were sisters. So the purple, I'm not quite sure about the purple, other than it's a spiritual color, and my aunt was very spiritual and very religious. The Archangel Michael makes a lot of sense because she's very protective of my mother. The car could be two things. She did leave her car. Somebody took her car. I think my other great aunt took her car, which would be her baby sister when she passed. But Aunt Molly also had a son who died in a car accident. A drunk driver.
I actually felt a passing with
when he was 16. Yep. And then
that makes sense.
The stomach ache and the
goosebumps
stomach
all
pain.
over me.
Aunt Molly had cancer. And especially towards the end, she was very, very sick. And my mom would help her a lot because her son lives in, in a different state. And yeah, so and my mom has had a thyroid issue since she was 19 years old. So you did a fantastic job.
does your mom have gifts as well?
Oh yeah, but nothing that she's
Yeah.
ever used.
I understand.
I get it from her side of the family, but yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So listen, Mom
absolutely, for
Jeannie,
sure.
just so your daughter is validated, I'm validating her.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that because today's Aunt Molly's birthday.
Happy
And so that just
birthday,
meant
Aunt
the world
Molly.
to her. So that's yeah.
It's
so.
it's my sister's birthday too today.
Oh, happy birthday. I appreciate and just so everybody also knows, this one's for you,
Welcome,
Kenny.
Jeannie.
Before I really even know Cindy had a show, like this was going back like at least a year. I knew of her. I didn't know her at all. One of my mom's first cousins who lives in Florida actually tuned into Cindy and Ted's show the one night, and Cindy was doing readings. And my cousin messaged me and said, when she found out we were going to do this Parafest thing and saw Teddy popping up on my feed,
Oh, yes!
Hey, his partner, Psychic Cindy, her name's Lauren. She gave me a reading. It was spot on. So Cindy has now read 2 of my family members and didn't know that they were my family members. And she was 100%. So yeah.
Don't make me cry.
Yeah. So thank you for doing that for my mom. She's always like, got any messages for me? I'm like, it's kind of hard to read the really, really close family sometimes.
Yes,
it
is. It really is. Nice. I know that.
Thank you.
Aw, Micah, thank you. Yes.
So
my sister is Shannon.
Oh, happy birthday, Shannon. That's so nice.
Aw, that's sweet.
All right. Well, I know it's late and Teddy's getting ready for his show, so we probably should
yeah, he's already on. He started at 10 now. So
Kenny, I forgot about that. I still have 10:30 in my head.
Kenny, what do you think, Kenny?
About what?
About me doing the reading. What do you think, Kenny?
Oh,
are you not skeptical anymore? You are so not skeptical anymore.
All right, Cindy, we're going to tag team and we'll break them. Don't worry.
I'm so skeptical still.
Yeah. Listen, I just did a cold reading from a woman I have no idea who just said, hey, can you read me, Cindy?
You said it, not me. You said it.
What?
Wow.
What did I say? What did I
just did a cold reading.
Yeah, I did a cold reading. Do I have a woman in front of me to see what she's doing? No, I don't read that way anyway. You see, I wasn't even looking at you guys. I had to say, what are you saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't looking.
I saw it. All right, we should probably wrap this up only because I can see the look of pain on Mike's face here, and I can tell he's probably reached his limit. So, no, not pain from the show.
No, physical pain.
Yes.
I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Please check out the other shows on the network.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, we have a great family that if you're looking for something different, if you're looking to expand your horizons, come check it out because you never know what you're going to find with all of us. You never know.
Spider-Man.
So,
awesome.
You know,
thank you.
We appreciate you guys joining us. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Thank you for taking the time to be on. It was great being able to spend time with you guys.
Thank you so much for letting us come on. And thank you. Thank you for letting me read your mom. I really.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for reading my mom.
Just died. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Jeannie, thank you. I appreciate that. That was really awesome.
And best of luck with everything. Everybody stay safe, and I hope everyone continues to do well and make progress with everything.
You got an echo.
Is that your computer?
Yeah.
It's because I had to take my headset off.
Oh, okay. I don't.
They just died as I was talking. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
we're gonna get a little echo until we go now.
That's all right. So, but thank you again, and thank you to everybody out there who tuned in tonight and who shared this and like this. Please continue to support WLFE. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah. Have a wonderful week.
Good luck with your show. You guys are doing great.
Thank you. You guys too.
Feel better, Mike. Feel better.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I'm sending more healing energy to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to close this out here.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Wow.
Wow. What a night.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. It is always a pleasure joining the rest of the family and what goes on. So from where's my sage? Taste of the Universe.
You're done. Cut off.
Yeah.
Time to go.
We thank you. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Like Sunday night where we did a quick pop on. You never know when we're going to pop on for a reading show, or once I heal up, where we're going to be for a paranormal investigation or a Bigfoot investigation. YouTube channel, we've gone through and we put some playlists together. So take a look there. Look at Google us for your podcast, listen to our shows, some of the reading shows or some of our past guests. We've just got some really good Bigfoot ones. Tim Shaw's show, some great ones with the guys from Small Town Monsters. And, it's a lot of our other great guests that we've had. So please check those shows out.
And don't forget next week too, if we are trying to put together an interactive show with all of you. So please, send us an email, where'smysage@gmail.com, paranormal experiences, sightings, spiritual awakenings, and anything you want to share, ghost stories, whatever the case is, or if you know somebody who has a story to share, have them contact us and we would be happy to have them on the show next week. All right. Yeah. So I think that wraps it up, partner.
All right. Thanks, folks. Bye.
All right, everybody. Stay safe and sample on.